Hello, Eagle Nation, and welcome to this episode of Season 9 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Andrea Hansen. Some of you may have noticed some new Wolfpack and Eagle gear around. T-shirts, buttons, stadium seats, etc. These are the result of a course taught by business teacher Amy Selting. The EPS entrepreneurship students are turning classroom ideas into real-world adventures, gaining hands-on experience in the business industry. The class, which was established last year, is going strong. According to Selting, the class helps fulfill some important educational standards.
Well, entrepreneurship class has been around for a long time, and it's part of the different programs of study for the Department of Ed. And we decided to implement entrepreneurship because it met a lot more programs of study, which we need to do in order to receive some of the state funding we do.
Selting also believes it's a very beneficial class for students to take.
I think it gives them a great idea of the different aspects of a business world. So we're teaching them about marketing, creating a business plan, what it all takes to be an entrepreneur, the disadvantages and advantages of that, along with, what else do you need in order to create a successful business.
The instructor focuses on several aspects of running a business in the course.
In the class itself, we're looking at the different aspects such as marketing, creating a business plan, how a business would be structured. We will look at distribution, promotion, selling. We haven't quite got there yet. We'll look at the different types of ownership, how we're going to track finances, how we're going to operate our business. So those are a lot of the objectives for our class.
A fun part of the class for Selting students is their creations.
So some of the projects we've completed are creating shirts. We did sweatshirts for the Quiz Bowl. We're going to get ready to do some shirts for the junior high track, and then we're just kind of picking up different odd shirts that people have asked us to create. And we've created a few buttons, but we hope to create some more for students in the future.
As our students are getting the hang of things, they have many upcoming projects to test their knowledge.
We want to get more into the button making, and with that we hope to create like a team picture and an individual picture for the junior high students, much like what the high school students do on their picture day and the packets that they get. So we hope to kind of do that. We also got a Canon camera that we can utilize to create those.
Selting utilizes a textbook to guide the course.
We are using the Entrepreneurship Ideas in Action, and for the most part, we're taking out the chapters in order to meet the standards that we need to meet, and then also the chapters that we feel really relate to the business world. So we kind of do those kind of quickly so that we have a couple of days each week to work on our projects. And then we just kind of go over the concepts that are covered and the objectives that are covered that chapter.
The teacher is excited for her students to utilize their ongoing knowledge.
I think the creativity that the students are showing. I also think it's great for the kids to know, what it all takes to be an entrepreneur so that they can someday think about possibly owning their own business. We know that that's the majority of the businesses in the United States. So just giving them that background knowledge so they know what it takes in case they decide to do that.
Some equipment acquisition was necessary to complete some of the projects.
Yes, so we ordered the heat press and the Canon camera for the idea of the picture packets, and both of those came through Perkins money. And then I've picked up just a few things on my own. As an example, I purchased this t-shirt liner thing myself, and then through the business department we purchased the button maker machine, which was quite expensive, but it was a great way to use the business department funds that we earn for dual credit classes.
Entrepreneur students took the course for varying reasons.
I took entrepreneurship, first of all, to have an easier senior year, and second of all, to learn more about being an entrepreneur.
Because it was one of my options on my schedule, and I wanted to see what entrepreneurship was about.
They also have some favorite projects.
Probably the buttons, because they're really easy and fun to make.
Just designing in general on Canva.
My favorite project to work on would probably be the shirts, because I just think it's fun doing that.
They will continue their creativity in the future.
Working on some birthday t-shirts and some Mile Club t-shirts.
We'll be making some junior high track t-shirts.
Upcoming projects we'll be working on are like track shirts, making more buttons, and also doing like inventory and invoices for the stuff people have purchased.
Celting students are finding that they are learning by doing.
Trial and error plays a role in this class, because if you mess up, then depending on what it is, you have to start all over again with new materials, and it just like, I don't know, it hurts because you're wasting more money too on more materials when it could have been done right the first time.
It usually takes a few times to get it actually right, because when we were trying to use the button maker yesterday, it took us quite a few times to actually get it lined up and perfect.
If we do it wrong, then we have to redo it.
They have also been proudly displaying their projects.
When we were done making our buttons yesterday and got them perfect, we were wearing them around the school all day yesterday and asking people if they wanted to buy them.
We wore our shirts after we made them.
We just wore our shirts the day after we made them, and yesterday when we made our buttons, we wore them around campus the rest of the day.
The students encourage others to be the next future entrepreneurships of America by taking Mrs. Selting's class in the future.
Yes, because you get to do a lot of fun activities.
Yes, I would, because it teaches you new skills that you probably already didn't know, and that would be good to know later on in life.
Thank you, Mrs. Selting and seniors, for taking the time to visit us, and thank you for joining us for this episode of The Beak. Be sure to check out our newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram at W-EPS The Beak, on air, in print, in the know.